Good evening to you. I'm Deacon Taflin Fisher from Christ Lutheran Church in Pacific Beach. A few years ago, I took a really fun class in art therapy by Carolyn Melomakulu, and she continues to send me resources. And this latest one that she sent, I really like. It's called The Circle of Control. I'm not an art therapist, so this is just a suggestion from me to you. And so most of us, I think, during this time are feeling a little bit stuck, like we are out of control. Things around us are definitely out of control, and I think we can get a little bit stuck in those feelings. They're hard to get rid of, and I'd like for us to meditate on what we do have control over, more importantly, what we are thankful for. And this is just an exercise to help us do that. So we're going to start by drawing a circle, and I've got a paper here. I know you can't see it too well, but I will hold it up. So just a circle, does not have to be perfect. And the outside of your circle is going to be the out of control area, so we're not giving that much room. And the inside of the circle is our control area, our safe area, where we feel comfortable, where we feel grateful. So we'll go ahead and let you draw a circle and think about what you'd like to put on the inside of the circle. You can print words, you can draw, you can color it in. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to work on that. In no particular order here, I've added protection around my circle. So I made the lines thicker, and I put a hedge around it, some leafy branches, and even a moat. And so you can do that too if you want to. And then on the inside, I've got family I live with, my husband, my parents, and our dog Marigold, and online family and friends, connections for that, connections for work from home, and even the people who put technical help up on YouTube. Very thankful for that. For home, all the comforts of home, and for food, and for growing plants, even for making a cup of tea. And the list just goes on and on. So you can add to your list. And I would love to see pictures of your circle of control, or circle of gratitude, if you want to call it that. So send them to us at Christ Lutheran. That would be great. Another way you might do this, and I'm especially thinking about kids this time, is to take a little empty Altoids box or a tin like that, and then get some heavy construction paper or cardstock paper that you can fold and glue into the tin. And this gives you a neat little book inside of a box. And then for kids, I think it's fun to just have them cut out pictures of things that make them feel happy. And it's a good creative process. And then putting these happy images in a box contains them safely. It's a box all their own, and it gives them something that they are in control of. And they can look back and think about their happy thoughts. And it reminds me of when I was about 11, and I took a big piece of poster board and a lot of magazine pictures of things that made me really happy, things I really liked, and pasted them all over the piece of board. And then I tacked it to my ceiling in my bedroom, and so I could lay there at night and kind of meditate on these happy thoughts. So I hope that we can do that for our kids, and there must be a million other ways that we can do this too. It's like kind of like when you lay on your back in the grass and you marvel at all the shapes in the clouds. Just a wonderful kind of meditative thing to do. I'd like to read you a special little book called The Good Egg by John Jory. The Good Egg by Jory John and Pete Oswald. Oh, hello. I was just rescuing this cat. Know why? Because I'm a good egg. A very good egg. It's true. I do all kinds of good things, like I'll carry your groceries, I'll water your plants, I'll change your tires, I'll paint your house. If you need any help whatsoever, I'm your egg. I've always been a good egg. It's been this way from the start, even in my earliest days, back at the store. There were a dozen of us living together under one recycled roof. There was Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelly and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank. The other 11 eggs weren't on their best behavior. They weren't exactly good. They ignored their bedtime. They only ate sugary cereal. They threw tantrums. They cried for no reason. They broke their stuff on purpose. Meanwhile, I tried to take charge. I tried to fix their bad behavior. I tried to keep the peace because I was a good egg, a very good egg. Nobody seemed to care, though. Every night I was exhausted. My head felt scrambled. Then one fateful morning, I noticed some cracks in my shell. They were everywhere. My doctor said it was from all the pressure I was putting on myself, the pressure of making sure everybody was as good as me. I was cracking up, literally. Something had to change. I'd had enough. I told Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelly and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank that I was leaving. I can't be the only good egg in a bad carton, I said. Blah, 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 they replied. I left that night. I wandered from town to town. The hours became days. The days became weeks. I lost track of time. I was alone. Out there on the road, under the stars, I really tried to focus on myself and what I needed. I took walks. I read books. I floated in the river. I wrote in my journal. I found simple moments to be quiet. I breathed in. I breathed out. I even started painting. For once, I found time for me. And guess what? Little by little, the cracks in my shell started to heal. My head no longer felt scrambled. I started to feel like myself again. So I've made a big decision. I'm returning to my old carton and my friends because I'm kind of lonely out here. This time, I know what I'll need to do. I'll try not to worry so much. I'll be good to my fellow eggs while also being good to myself. Here we go. Everybody missed me. I missed them too. Welcome home. Hello, Meg. Howdy, Peg. Hey, Greg. Greetings, Clegg. What's up, Shell? Aloha, Shelly. Hi-yo, Sheldon. Hi, Shelby. Good day, Egbert. What's happening, Frank? Howdy do, other Frank. Sure, every once in a while somebody's still a little bit bad. But it's not like before. Here's what I realized. The other eggs aren't perfect, and I don't have to be either. I'm okay with that. Yep, the old carton is back together. We're a solid dozen again. It's good to be home. The end. I hope you enjoy spending more time on your circle of control or on making a book inside of a box. And to close, I'd like to read a poem written by a 13-year-old anonymous girl called The Old Oak. I think it goes well with our theme and with this photo that I took of an old oak on a steep hillside. It seems to be holding back a huge boulder from tumbling down the hill. The Old Oak. Sometimes at night I get up from my bed, I go outside, and I lay down my head. On these cool fall nights, I lay in peace under the shelter of an old oak tree, leaning my head against its bark, looking up at the sky. Things aren't so dark. I can feel it. The oak is living, breathing. The leaves are alive. Its heart is beating. I listen closer and wonder what it's seen with its wise old bark and its leaves of green. It cradles me closer. The leaves whisper to me, so I sit there and listen to the old oak tree. Gazing at the dark night sky, the expanse of stars is breathtaking. I sigh. Out there is a universe much greater than I, but the place where I belong is where I reside. One day I'll explore it. I'll touch every star, and I'll find my way back to where you are. One day I'll go out there. Oh, the things I will see. Until then, I'll stay under the old oak tree. Safe in its arms, I lie. The night is still. It loves me, holds me, and always will. Hush, it whispers. I close my eyes, and I begin to drift as the moon does rise. Hush, says the tree. Everything is all right. I let myself slip away on that cool fall night, and I dream I am far, somewhere up in the sky, exploring the universe that is greater than I. Living, breathing, she whispers to me, so I lay and dream under the old oak tree. God's blessings to you all this evening.